Hey, I was making a video about Disney's Evil Queen for my Scene Surgeon channel, and I remember that hadn't covered this. This hotel in Walt Disney World that has a fame of being a self-deletion spot for visitors. Like people go there, and instead of going to Switzerland and doing things, a cleaner way, they go here. And I don't know what is the appeal of this, but it's so strange. I have to say something. This is a contemporary resort hotel. I remember that I've been to Disney World more than a couple times. I've been there like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times or so. Like 10 years ago, I used to go a lot there. A fantastic place. And since I was a little kid, I didn't have the opportunity to go as a kid. I had the opportunity to go as an adult. And I remember when I was a little kid, I had this album of, stickers in which the album was about Disney World. And I remember that I saw the design of Disney's contemporary resort hotel. It was so awesome to me. And I always wanted to stay there. And I really hadn't had the opportunity to stay there. I hope to stay there one day, but I'm just finding out that people like to go there to commit suicide. And it's what the F. The Walt Disney World Hotel to which an Illinois woman traveled before she took her own life is notorious for suicides. What? The body of Disney superfan Summer Equits, 31 years old, that is tragic, was found at the Contemporary Resort Hotel at the Florida Park Tuesday night. Equits, from the Chicago suburb of Naperville, got married last year, honeymooned at Disney World in October, and announced she was pregnant 2 months later. It's unclear if she delivered the baby. I mean, what? The iconic hotel where Equits took her life opened in 1971. You don't have those 1970s design vibes. I think the design is, I find it, it's a bit brutalist in many ways, but I find it cool because it had this this kind of retro futuristic style to it. I don't know. I love it as a kid, the design. And has been the site of several similar tragic incidents in recent years. On March 22, 2016, a guest jumped to their death from the central A-frame tower of the resort, according to reports at the time. You know, there's this one that you have this frame and you have this, it's like this slanted design. I guess they jumped to their death in the middle of everyone. I think there's a restaurant or several facilities at the bottom. It should have been horrific. Very little other information about the incident or the victim was given at the time. And on a March 2020 afternoon, a woman jumped from the Contemporary Resort in front of horrified guests. I mean, are we talking about ghosts or something? And she was found dead by emergency crews, deputies, and officials from Disney's Reedy Creek Improvement District told WESH at the time. At this time, we believe this was a suicide and we have no other information to release. And in July 2023 as well, a man allegedly took his own life at the resort hotel. But why? Why? One purported hotel guest claims security wouldn't allow us to take the 5th floor bridge to Contemporary this morning, in a post of X at the time. Walked outside and saw the scene being cleaned up and investigated from a distance. Apparent suicide, prayers to the family. This was in 2023. Again, the Contemporary Hotel outside of Magic Kingdom is arguably the most iconic of the more than 25 hotels on the Disney World property. The site's monorail, I think this is the most important thing, which connects the Contemporary Resort to the Magic Kingdom and multiple other hotels, runs straight into the lobby. Once there, guests can dine and take pictures with Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Daffy, the Chef Mickey's. Jim Hill of the Disney Dish podcast previously talked to the Post about the horrific association between the contemporary resort and suicides. There's this weird phenomenon where people who are severely depressed just would want to have that one last good happy family memory. What? How can that be a good happy family memory if you go to, self-delete? Again, that's what Switzerland is for. And you don't make everybody's lives miserable by doing that. You do it. You do that. I don't know, in a more discreet way. They will deliberately book a room at the Contemporary Resort, which is 14 stories tall, and after that happy family time, they will throw themselves off the building. He said, "Oh my God, would they throw themselves from the 13th floor?" This has the Shining vibes. The suicides or other mishaps on Disney property are often shielded from the public by the House of Mouse, he claimed. Disney actually has a canopy set up so they can fairly quickly cover the body. All right. Disney actually has a canopy set up. So I guess that it would be better if they had like kind of a design or countermeasures for this, so people don't just fall to their death. Because this is very bad publicity. I really didn't know about that. They try very hard to shield folks from tragedy. Walt Disney World had its own fire and emergency equipment, so if somebody died there or was fatally hurt and there was no signs of life, there was this rule that they were supposed to continue heroic efforts until their emergency vehicle left the property. Oh my God, what is this? During one such incident decades ago, a man who died by suicide putting a gun to his head in the middle of Epcot. Wasn't pronounced, okay, I think that Epcot can be a rough place sometimes, but it's not to put a gun to your head. No, seriously, I love Epcot, by the way. The Japan area of Epcot, I just love that part. Wasn't pronounced dead until much later, according to 1990's book Inside a Mouse. What kind of name is that for a book? The medic told me that they are not allowed to let them die there. A cast member told the team of authors at the time. Keep them alive by artificial means until they are off Disney property, like there's an imaginary line in the road and they go, hey, he's alive, and then he's dead. It's like, yeah, I guess that it's to avoid the bad publicity, to make sure that they can say that, no, he didn't actually die. Yeah, he has his brain blown off, but no, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's still alive. But in a world where every phone has a camera, the Disney powers have had more difficult time keeping suicides and accidents out of the headlines. Walt Disney World did not respond to requests for comment Thursday. What the F? I mean, again, I have to tell you, this is the kind of things that I see this, and I really want to investigate by myself. Maybe I will have to I don't know, maybe there's a room 1313 or something like that and stay in that room. That's something that I would do. I'm going to find out more of this and maybe live stream the whole thing because, yeah, I find this creepy and interesting. I don't know what you think about this, but let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Battle Language Guy. Much love and bliss.